welcoming in a new girl from school. Radical hospitality can certainly be as simple as welcoming in a new member of church or inviting a new friend over for dinner. But thinking deeper, I started to quickly realize that though the scripture is only 3 verses, there is so much more that lives within in this passage than what meets the eye. So let's walk through it together piece by piece, and by the end, the joint message will surely come together with ease. Starting with the first verse, keep loving each other like family. This is pretty self-explanatory, but truly easier said than done. I think everyone in this room understands the difficulty of truly loving someone for who they are. Sometimes it's the easiest thing to accomplish throughout your day. Sometimes it's the hardest. During the call to worship this morning, we heard a list of one another's, and all of these things are equally valid parts of learning to love someone, and none of them are easy tasks to fulfill. Connecting this back to radical hospitality, it is our job as Christians to love one another like family, sharing with one another the unconditional love given by God through Jesus. Whether it's walking beside 1.2 million of our brothers and sisters to fight for gender equality, like I did when I attended the Women's March in Washington this past January, or holding your daughter as she cries for an hour straight when she gets deferred from her dream school, like my dad did for me this past February, or having to walk away from a person you love so much it hurts because you know it's for the best, like every single person in this room has probably done many times. These are all aspects of true love. Now, if that's not hard enough, we must reflect that upon one another. I don't think this passage just means our family or best friends. We must go out and reflect this upon everyone. We must welcome one another into our hearts and keep loving them, just as we are. Which brings me to the next verse. Remember prisoners as if you were in prison with them, and people who are mistreated as if you were in their place. I truly believe that it is basically impossible to love and accept someone for who they are without understanding perspective. Being honest with y'all, there's a lot of perspective within this world I will never truly know. I am a white, Christian, upper to middle class, heterosexual, cisgendered person. It's a lot of privilege in one mouthful. But I've learned 2 main things through realizing my privilege. One is that I will never know what it is like to be anything else than what I am. Meaning, though we are all equal through God's eyes, there are so many aspects of social oppression I will never know. And 2, I have the power to change that. I and all of us with privilege have the power to show the world what radical hospitality truly looks like. We must use our privilege to our advantage. We must fight beside our brothers and sisters, welcoming them into our churches and our homes. We can never understand what the true fight is like, and we cannot act like we know. Sometimes the most hospitable thing you can do is stay humble and say with open arms, I'm here for you, I'm behind you, I love you. It actually freaks me out sometimes how the Bible, a book written thousands of years ago, can relate so much to the times of 2017. More than ever, we have to be radically hospitable to the ones who are mistreated and the prisoners of the world. If you've been watching the news for the past year or so, a lot of hate and demeaning behavior has been projected to pretty much everyone, but especially our friends of minority. Right now, we must welcome our Muslim and Middle Eastern brothers and sisters in with open arms. We must show that Black lives do matter and that every member of the LGBTQ community is a true child of God. And on the flip side, we must welcome in the guy with the Donald Trump 2K16 shirt in, say hello and start a conversation with the lady who has the anti-Obama bumper sticker on her car. We must pray and love Pat McCrory and everyone who voted for House Bill 2. One of the more powerful experiences with radical hospitality I experienced was at the Montreat Youth Conference back in 2015. We were there during the Charleston church shooting, and therefore the conference had held an emergency meeting. The pastor came out on stage, and the room became silent, and she began to pray. Dear God, we want to send our prayers and thoughts to the shooter and the family of the shooter. Everyone was taken aback, but it was and is the definition of radical hospitality. It was extending love and forgiveness to everyone who needed it. And in my opinion, the most important thing we are called to do in 2017 is yes, absolutely we need to be radical hospitable in all aspects, but do it every day, and thus take the shock value out of it. We need to normalize it. And no offense to whoever came up with the idea of radical hospitality, but we need to take the radical out of the equation and just call it everyday hospitality. So, if you've been paying attention, you've probably noticed that I skipped the second verse and went straight to the third verse. Well, this is because I sincerely believe that the second verse is the verse that ties everything together. Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for by doing so, some have entertained angels without knowing it. The idea of a stranger is very misleading. When we think of a stranger, we immediately think of someone who we've never met before. But sometimes the people we have known our whole lives are strangers to us without us ever knowing it. We can never neglect to show hospitality, but it is critical to think outside of the box. And yes, it is crucial to show hospitality to strangers, but it is just important to show hospitality to strangers we never thought were strangers. The strangers that sit next to us every Sunday, the unexpected strangers. Which brings me to my favorite part of the whole passage, the line about angels. So I want to ask you this. What is the central idea that ties everything together within this passage? It is the idea of taking risks and experiencing the unexpected. Everything that I have mentioned today, whether it is truly loving someone with all you've got, or inviting a friend of the opposing political party over for dinner, or even just passing the peace with a new member during the service, these are all examples of taking risks. And like the passage said, you must take risks to find angels, or better yet, let them find you. You must risk hurt to find angels and make mistakes to find angels. You must love to find angels. The unexpected lives within all of these things, and therefore angels live there too. If we expected and knew who all the angels were in the world, then obviously we'd make them come into our homes and make them let us entertain them. But of course, it's not that easy. In my experience, in my darkest of days and most unexpected of times, my angels have come around the corner and saved the day. So my last question that I pose you, who are your angels and what do they look like? If I'm going to be honest with you, I do truly believe that up in heaven, all of our passed away ancestors are flying around up there with wings and everything, living it up and watching over us 24/7, giving us nice things down here on earth every now and then. But I don't believe those are the angels that change lives unexpectedly every single day. I believe those angels are sitting in this room. I believe those angels look like everyday people. And I believe we've all been an unexpected angel for someone, and we've all received unexpected angels at one time or another. We must share radical hospitality to be an angel to one another, and keep the door open to welcome angels into our lives as well. I want to leave y'all with my favorite quote written about angels. It's by my favorite rapper at the moment, Chancel Bennett, better known as Chance the Rapper. This comes off a track off his album Color Book, and it's called Angels. Wear your halo like a hat, it's like the latest fashion. I've got angels all around me, they keep me surrounded.
Amen, amen.